Well, let's just say it. The Galaxy S10 is the middle child in the S10 series. On one end, you have the elder sibling, that is the Galaxy S10 Plus, and that offers the best that Samsung has to offer so far. And on the other hand, you have the tiny Galaxy S10e. It's compact, cute, adorable. At the same time, it packs in the same power as all the three siblings. And the price is also very affordable, which means that a lot of people are already eyeing it. And then you have the S10 that's in between that promises the best of both worlds. So should this get your attention? I'm Aditya from Galaxy 360 and well, this is the Galaxy S10 review. Now, before we go ahead, be sure to subscribe to the Galaxy 360 YouTube channel and click that bell icon so that you're the first to know when we have new videos. The Galaxy S10 is a good looking phone and there's no denying it. It does use premium materials in its construction. So you've got Gorilla Glass 6 at the front, Gorilla Glass 5 at the back and an aluminum frame that's rounded, which makes it really comfortable to hold. It isn't bulky either, which means that you will be able to use it pretty much all day long without any fatigue. This has a 6.1-inch Super AMOLED display that is putting out Quad HD Plus resolution. It's not set to Quad HD by default, it's set to Full HD, but you can toggle it to Quad HD, which means that the screen will be pushing out 550 ppi, that is more than the Galaxy S10e as well as the Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus. This is also HDR10 Plus certified, which means that if you have HDR video content on it or if you're streaming it off Netflix or on YouTube, you will enjoy it. It's a bloody crisp display. The Galaxy S10 is identical to the Galaxy S10 Plus, but since it's smaller, the buttons are easier to reach. This also has an in-display ultrasonic fingerprint scanner, which works really well. Samsung also pre-applies a screen protector on the display, which means that you won't have to go around looking for one that is compatible with that in-display fingerprint scanner. At the same time, the Bixby button is also present. Thankfully, you can remap it to launch an app. The Galaxy S10 has a hole punch design, which means that it has a tiny cutout for the selfie camera. Yes, you do miss out on content in this particular area, but we didn't find it distracting. If you're not a big fan of the design, you can hide the selfie camera. At the back, the S10 has a triple camera setup just like the Galaxy S10 Plus, and the sensors are identical. You also have a heart rate sensor at the back, which you can use via the Samsung Health app. At the back, well, it's a fingerprint magnet, so you can use the clear case that you get in the box. Samsung hasn't differentiated when it comes to the hardware between the three Galaxy S10 series smartphones. So by default, you get a Samsung Exynos 9820 SoC and the Galaxy S10 and the S10 Plus get 8GB of RAM. With this particular phone, you also get 128GB of internal storage, and if that's not enough, there is an option for 512GB. If you want, you can expand it further via the hybrid SIM slot up to 512GB. The Galaxy S10 has a bottom firing speaker, but the earpiece doubles up for stereo effect. There's Dolby Atmos available and it's available for the speakers as well as the headphones. We found the loudspeaker to be loud enough in a crowded area, so you won't miss a call when the phone's ringing. At the same time, the earpiece is also loud, so while talking in a crowded market, we could hear what our callers were saying. Samsung has done a very good job when it comes to the software. The S10 Plus rolls on One UI based on top of Android 9 Pie. Now the software is similar to what we've seen on the Galaxy S10 Plus and the S10e. So if you haven't checked out the review, now is the time when you can check the entire software section in detail there. Some of the customizations we did like were digital well-being, which gave us an idea of how we were spending our time with this particular smartphone. The Galaxy S10 does come with a fair amount of bloatware pre-installed. If you don't like it, you can go ahead and uninstall them. We found the pre-installed My Galaxy app to be a little spammy and kept sending push notifications, filling up the notification shade. We found this quite annoying but couldn't figure out how to switch that off. So we went ahead and disabled the notifications from this particular app. The Galaxy S10 has an excellent display, it's got a crisp, vivid output, and it also gets bright enough to be viewable in sunlight. What we liked about this particular panel is that you can go ahead and tweak it. It's set to vivid output by default, but if you don't like colors to pop, you can set a natural color tone. At the same time, the screen resolution can be bumped up all the way up to Quad HD Plus, but this comes with Full HD Plus setting by default and we kept it at that. While watching content on it, well, it's got good viewing angles and we pretty much enjoyed the stereo speaker setup that the S10 offers. In terms of pure performance, this is powered by the Samsung Exynos 9820, which we have seen on the Galaxy S10 Plus and the S10e. It's a powerhouse and it'll run pretty much anything you throw at it. With casual surfing, going through the apps, multitasking, we did not find any lag or stutter. In order to check how it is with respect to gaming, we did install PUBG Mobile and a couple of more games. While playing PUBG for a while, we did notice that after say one full match, which would last around 40 minutes, we did notice that the phone would get warm to the touch, but nothing alarming. And the phone did manage to run PUBG at the highest settings. If you're intending to stream a Netflix or Amazon Prime Video on it, you will be happy to know that this does have Widevine L1 support, which means that you will be able to stream full HD content, and the HDR, remember we're talking about it, it does help HDR content look really nice on. The Galaxy S10 and the S10 Plus have the same triple camera setup at the back, which means that the software is also similar. You've got a lot of modes to choose from when you're clicking a photo, and there's a toggle which helps you select the telephoto, wide angle and the super wide angle lens before shooting. It also has a scene optimizer mode which helps the phone detect what it's pointed towards and set all the parameters up automatically, and that is helpful. We did find that in macros it kind of boosts the colors up a little, but if you like colors to pop on your display, that is the setting you should keep enabled. When clicking landscapes, we found the wide angle camera to be useful, but it did have a bit of barrel distortion at the edges. Samsung has thought about this and offers shape correction options in the camera app itself. When clicking portraits in live focus mode, the phone is able to distinguish between the subject and the background and apply the blur effect. The selfie camera clicks good photos and has good details overall. On the S10, you'll have to rely on the single selfie camera for live focus since it lacks a depth sensor like the Galaxy S10 Plus. The edge detection is acceptable and we did not face any significant issues. Video recording tops out at 4K 60fps for the rear camera and 4K 30fps for the selfie shooter. Stabilization is good and manages to iron out shakes from the video. In order to make this phone small and compact, Samsung had to compromise on the battery capacity. So it does not have a big battery like the Galaxy S10 Plus, but it's a moderate 3400 mAh battery. In our usage, it managed to last us for one full day. The S10 Plus, on the other hand, could go beyond a day. In our HD video loop test that we run on most smartphones we test, this phone managed to go on for 14 hours and 23 minutes, which is acceptable. In terms of battery drain while playing PUBG, we did notice around a 12 to 13% battery drain after playing for 40 minutes. And when you're completely run out of charge on this particular smartphone, you don't have to worry because the phone gets a 15-watt charger in the box that is capable of charging this phone up really quickly. How quickly, you'd ask? Well, 0 to 50% was managed in 27 minutes, and about an hour and 15 minutes we managed to top it up completely. And there is an option to wirelessly charge this device as well, but it isn't as quick as say plugging in the USB Type-C port. Also, if you have other wireless devices around, you'll be happy to know that this has a wireless power share function, which means that you can pretty much keep any other device that can be wirelessly charged on top, and this will be able to charge it. By now, it is clear that the Galaxy S10 offers the best of both worlds at an acceptable price. You get a compact device with a bigger 3400 mAh battery. You also don't miss out on that cutting-edge ultrasonic in-display fingerprint scanner. For people who don't like bulky phones but prefer a compact powerhouse, well, the S10 should fit the bill for them. Yes, it does not have that additional depth sensor like the Galaxy S10 Plus, but if you aren't going to click a lot of selfies, it shouldn't matter. So if you are looking for a phone that is powerful yet fits in the palm of your hand, your search ends here. And that was our review of the Samsung Galaxy S10. What do you guys think about this device? Let us know in the comment section below. And as always, for all things tech, stay tuned to gadgets360.com.